Here we go.
We wanted to have you on because you do a lot of focus groups. You really get behind the numbers, the poll numbers, to the sentiments of voters. And it's so interesting. You've been speaking with a number of voters who were Hillary Clinton 2016, Joe Biden 2020, and then went for Trump in 2024. How are these folks seeing the early days of Trump's second term?
Pretty well.
Really?
And they're reacting to it because they love the pace of change. They were very fed up over the last 4 years. They wanted action. They wanted results. They looked at prices. They looked at affordability, looked at immigration, and they didn't see anything happening. They still don't like what he says, but they like what he does. And these are Democrats now who felt that they were not securing the border. They were doing nothing to prevent illegal immigration, that nothing was actually happening. They wanted to see a reduction in wasteful Washington spending, and they're seeing that. So what they tell me is, I wish he would be a little bit less rude. But at the same time, they like what he's doing. They believe he's serious about it. And for the first time, they have confidence in the future, which is why you now see some significant shifts in the polling about the expectations for the direction in the coming years.
It's a big wake-up call for Democrats.
I'm waiting for them to get a message. I'm waiting for them to unify and to understand that to oppose and to be the resistance, which is what some of them use that phrase. That's not what Democrats in grassroots areas want from them. They may not want the approach that Trump is doing, President Trump. By the way, I now know to say President Trump, but they do want action, and they don't see action from the Democrats.
Frank, you look nice and sober today. I got to say, well done, sir. Well done. Great presentation. Everybody at CNN is now going to jump off a cliff and kill themselves because they can't stand it because Trump is killing it. What a first month. Happy President's Day. Welcome, everybody, to the Ace Report. Hope you are doing well. And it is wonderful to see your smiling digital imprints in the chat. What is going on? Alan Krentz starting it off early with the 10 memberships. Thank you, Alan. That is unbelievable, my friend. I see AJ. Mark R., you're finally in, bro. You did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. We did it, Joe. You did it, Mark R. Well done, sir. Excellent, excellent. Brett Montgomery is first tonight. I love it. Lyrical, what's up? Cass Sink, Phil Haynes. Guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I'm going to say hey to a few more people here in a second. But before I do, I just want to let you know what you're getting into tonight. We're going to have some fun. I've gone through and looked through, read up on the first months of most presidents. We're going to rank where Trump is and these presidents first and worst. We're going to have some fun with that. And I'm also going to catch us up on some of the beautiful things Trump's doing still in this first month. It's mind-blowing stuff, honestly, guys, where we're at, including going after the SEC, which is a big one for a lot of us. And then I'm going to share quick thoughts on what's going on with GTII and G-Bucks, because tomorrow trading's back. So I wanted to let you guys know what you're in for tonight. Anyways, let's get back to saying hey to some peeps. Danny Gigal in here tonight. Dave Munns, what's up? Please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. And if you want to join this amazing membership in Discord, Discord, members lives, all that, it's $3 a month, people. That's all I ask to support the channel. Of course, you can super chat, all that other stuff if you think I'm doing a really good job. But the best support month to month, just that membership. You check it, forget it, $3 a month, and it really helps the channel out. Thank you so much. Vince Felice, Just Mike, Stony Bones, Barb, Swallows, the one, what to do, son? Troy Mann, Cindy Lou, Candace is here. Chad Yunkin, Hobbs, Backcracker, early. I'm a little early tonight. That's right. Patrice, Dave Munns, AC, what's going on? Paulie V, Alice Fordham, Jim Boswell, William Kivamaki, Craig Donor, Dubois in the house, Alan Krentz with the memberships as usual. I think I already called you out. But you know what? You get a double because of all the memberships. Michael Tucker, what's going on? Boswell, Frankie Muntz wearing a wig. It does kind of look like it, huh? He's got that who's got the hair just like Frank? It's like when George is wearing the piece in Seinfeld. Polly V, what's going on? Is there gold in Fort Knox? Yes, says Mark R. I'm starting to worry about it, honestly. Is Frank Luntz still Kevin McCarthy's roommate? I don't think so anymore. Frankie S, what is going on? Matt M said, did I see MoonPay secure $160 million from Galaxy Ripple to support high demand for the Trump meme coin? Interesting. That's very interesting. A lot of good stuff going on for XRP lately. I gotta say it. Luntz is pathetic. I agree with you. He is a total hack. But when the total hacks are speaking for the other side because they can't deny the overwhelmingness of what's happening, it's notable, and that's why we talk about it. Big Lovoon, what's going on? And let's go Doge. That's right, Automags. I agree. What's up, Kramer, Gerald? All right, guys. So I did it. I want to talk to, actually, you know what? No, we're going to address, because I have short thoughts on stuff. Listen, let's just knock GTI out of the way first, okay? Because I know that's what a lot of you guys want. So tonight there's been so much going on with GTI with this receivership, all right? And we have on the one side this AI company with this apparently great CEO. I'm hearing wonderful things about him. And then on the other hand, we have Trento, which is not the original Trento mine. It's a Trento group with mining rights. And, you know, for full transparency, I've talked to these guys before, and one-on-one, they were great. And this is back in the day. Talked to them. It's been a while since we really conversed about stuff. And you know what? On a personal level, I always enjoyed talking to them, but I never got deep involved. I always felt I just need to stay out of all this stuff. Last summer, you guys know, I went through that weird time where I was being doxxed online. All that stuff was going on. GTI then dropped out of being tradable, and then just had a lot of behind the scenes discussions with people. And it just turned out that for me, it was better to stay out of it. Okay. Because I have a family. I don't want to get involved with stuff. I don't want to get into any legal issues, especially now that it's all on the side of the law and the judges and the courts and all that. All right. So that's one of the reasons I've stopped talking about it, along with the fact that there's just nothing I've been able to do. Now it's coming to that time where shareholders need to speak up again and talk. And, you know, I'm not, again, I want to be very careful because I don't want to get into any legal issues. So I'm being as careful as I can here. But I will say that it's very disappointing what's been going on with this Trento thing. I don't like what I've been seeing. I don't like the nature of the deal. And I just, like I said, I've talked to these guys before, really liked them one-on-one, but I just don't like this deal. And so as of right now, I hope we don't go in that direction. And it's a bummer to say, because like I said, my connections with these guys were fine, but I just, Not Legal's video was, I think, very informative for how that all went down. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm not going to get into anything that is going to, you know, go after personal stuff or anything that can get me mired, because I do have a little platform on this GTI thing. So that's all I'm going to say. All right. And I'm just praying it goes in the right direction. I want everybody to win. I want the short sellers to be destroyed. And I want us all to make our money back at the very least and super thrive at the most, and get an awesome deal. So that's where I'm at with that. And I just wanted to get that out of the way real quick, because I know a lot of you guys are going to want to talk about stuff, and you guys are always asking me. And I just want you to know that I'm never going to go into the details I used to. Okay. It just got a little too crazy for me. And it needed to be something I got out of. Okay. It just did. So that's where I'm at with that. And I think there's a lot of people doing amazing work out there. Everybody's doing space calls. You can listen to everything. It's all out in the open. It's all transparent. You can make your own decisions. Not Legal has been doing an incredible job. Crypto did a great live last night. There's amazing people doing good work behind the scenes. I'm not even going to mention them by name because I don't know if they want you to know, but there are amazing people who've done incredible work behind the scenes, just figuring all this stuff out. So I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right. Luntz has a bad hat on. It did get heated in that exchange. It really did. It was pretty wild. So you're welcome, Steve. Thank you. I don't know what I do other than just talk about this stuff, but if it helps people, if it sets anybody at ease, if it gives anybody hope, if it educates, that's what I do this all for. Just for even the one person who gets something out of it. And so I greatly appreciate you guys. So yeah, I'm not going into finger tonight or anything like that. I still have a lot of hope in finger, so I'm not going to get into finger bashing. I understand the frustration, but that's not where I want to go. All right. I do want to have some fun tonight. It's President's Day. Today is the exact month, 4 weeks since Trump was inaugurated. And it feels like 4 years because so much has happened. It's been the greatest 4 weeks of my life when I speak about politics. It's been unbelievable. And I'm so excited about it. And I thought tonight, in honor of everything going on, I thought we should really look at this from a historical context and say, who has had the best 100 days or first month in history? Now, Trump has a whole 70 more days to fill out 100 days, even though he's done a lot. All right. But I want to go through this, and here's the deal. I want you guys to help me out with this one too. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go through some notes here, and then I'm going through every president because that would take for freaking ever. We're just going through the notable ones. All right. So, if your favorite president's not on here, I'm sorry, but I picked all the ones that really matter. And that, it's my show, so if your favorite was some rando, I'm sorry, they're not going to get any love tonight, but we got to get this right because this is official. This will be the official list of all time because this matters. This is historical. This is us. We're going to make our mark on history tonight by ranking this. And then after we do this, have some fun. I'm going to go through the news and talk about G-Bucks tomorrow because I'm very excited about GBUX tomorrow. But first, let's have some fun. This is the President's Day special. All right. So Washington, what did he do in his first 100 days? Alan says, your show, you mean our show. Sorry, our show. You're right. Our show. This is for all of us. This is for all of it. Am I live is spotty? Am I breaking up, guys? If anybody else, oh no bueno. I should have no connection issues. I have extremely fast internet. Yeah, my internet's really fast. Everybody, if I'm glitching out a little bit, just go ahead and refresh. See if it comes back. Okay. Calvin Coolidge, he is not on my list. Sorry. Okay. Let's start with old Georgie boy, numero uno. What'd he do? It's timing every 3 seconds. That sucks. Okay. Well, refresh, guys. Okay. Refresh. A lot of people are saying it's not spotty for them. So refresh. Okay. Kitty says it's good. Kathy says no issues. So that means it's on you guys. It's not mine. All right. So refresh it. It should be fine. All right. George Washington, in his first 100 days, is unbelievable. Established the executive branch. That's a big one. Okay. Signed the Judiciary Act of 1789, creating the federal court system. This is the fun stuff you get to do in your number one, right? No big deal. Delivered the first inaugural address, refused a royal title. Now that's a big deal. He didn't want to be Duke or Lord or King. He wanted to be president. So all that is pretty big. Frankie, everybody's saying if you reset, it fixes it. Okay. Just letting you know. All right. Not everybody's having the issues. Okay. So Georgie, everybody's saying it works when they refresh. We got to put Georgie on S tier. I think that's given, right? Is anybody disagreeing? Does anybody think George shouldn't be on the S tier? I'm pretty sure he's S tier. Okay. All right. John Adams. Oh, don't worry. Because I'm not doing just the best presidents. We're going to do the worst ones too. Okay. There's going to be some C's and D's down here. Those asking about Biden. So S, we all good? All right. I think we're all good. If anybody thinks we shouldn't be S, throw it in there. John Adams focused on avoiding war with France, maintained neutrality, but started preparing military buildup. He was first president to live in the White House. Kind of boring, I gotta say. I'm sorry. I'm not too impressed. I don't know about you guys, but we're talking just president here. So Johnny boy, I love you, but with your crazy hair here, I think John, we're gonna put you in the B tier. All right, just not bad. It's not great. Okay, kind of boring, But anybody else, if you guys got something, throw it at me. If you disagree, let me know. All right. Jefferson dismantled Federalist policies from Adams' administration, cut military spending, reduce the size of government. I love that. Every time we reduce the size of government, you're getting something big from me. And an enforcement of the Allen and Sedition Acts. I'm going reducing size of government, Federalist policies. I think Jefferson, we got to give Jeffy some love. So Jeff, I'm going to put you didn't do too much. We're going to give you an A. All right. I think he deserves A tier. I'm moving fast. So if you guys have ideas, I'm moving fast because these early ones, they got to go fast. Nobody really, obviously we don't remember them, but we're going to move fast. If you guys have some fight me, or just post about it. Tell me you're a gamer without telling me, says Queeper. This is the best ranking system I could find. All right. James Madison dealt with escalating tensions with Britain leading to 1812, passed the Non-Intercourse Act, replacing the failed Embargo Act. Imagine what you would call the Non-Intercourse Act today. No sex for you. No sex for you. Come back. Next presidency. Strengthen U.S. defense, bolstering military. Kind of neoconish, right? He got us into war. He didn't keep us out of it. So Maddie Mad, I think we're going to have to put you in the B tier here. So we'll give you a little, you avoid C because you got the hair. You got a nice wig there. I'll give you the wig with the flowing locks. All right, keep moving. Andrew Jackson. There's a lot of good ones, right? Oh yeah. Jefferson did get the Louisiana Purchase. Oh my God. Oh, but it's not first 100 days. This first 100 days, Alan. We're ranking the first month ever, okay? Not the not their whole presidency. Ranking the first month. Andrew Jackson, his first month, fired 2,000 federal employees and installed loyalists. Sounds like somebody I know. Vetoed rechartering of the National Bank, attacking federal financial power. He got rid of a central bank. Signed Indian Removal Act, leading to forced relocation of Native Americans. Not the best. That's probably not the best. But, these first two, it's pretty baller. Pretty baller, I gotta say. So, Andrew, where are you at here? I think we got to move Andrew up here. Andrew, I think S tier or A tier, guys. S tier or A tier. What do you think? Let's go A tier for now, and we can make an argument for later. All right, let's talk about it. Clinton repealed the Non-Intercourse Act. I love it, Michael Tucker. That's good stuff. That's hilarious. Hey, Hero with 10 memberships. Awesome, Hero. Thank you so much, man. Tim Piper, Don Dito's in. Heidi Moga. Some old school fans here. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Brett doesn't want to be a pirate. I don't want to be a pirate. Just wear the puffy shirt. All right, next, James Polk, first 100 days, laid groundwork for Texas annexation. That's a big one. Started negotiations for Oregon Territory, positioned U.S. for the Mexican-American War. So, not the best war. Push for lower tariffs. Now, why would you do that? I don't know about the lower tariffs. But Texas, I think Texas, you got to get something for Texas. All right, so we'll put him B. All righty. Alan, that's right. Call out Hero because he's He's jumping on your train there. All right. Old Abe took office amid secession and civil war. Called for 75,000 troops after the attack on Fort Sumter, suspended habeas corpus in parts of the country, implemented blockades against the South. Abe is S-tier president, but we're going to give his first 100 days a B. I don't see anything too great there. Suspending habeas corpus was pretty crazy. Danny says, I thought the Non-Intercourse Act meant something different. I got to agree with you there. I was a little surprised when I saw it myself. All right. I'm moving fast, like I told you. Ulysses S. Grant cracked down on KKK violence, signed the 15th Amendment giving black men the right to vote, supported Reconstruction efforts in the South. I got to tell you, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good move there. So I think Grant's going to get an A. So far we got one S tier, 3 A's, 4 B's. I'm surprised, actually. I thought more were going to get A's. No disagreement from the crowd either. Is that because you guys just take my word as bond here? I get it. I'm okay. I'll take it. Rutherford B. Hayes ended Reconstruction, withdrew troops from the South, worked to restore economic stability post-panic of 1873. Well, Rutherford, you got some stuff done, but not. I just don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. Where's your picture here? Some of these guys are hard. I'm going to give you a solid C. Solid C. Not enough there. Oh, okay, Teddy. Somebody was a big Teddy fan. All right, Teddy took office after McKinley assassinated, declared war on corporate monopolies. Trust busting era begins. I like that one. That's a good one. Break them up, baby. Break them up. Strengthen the U.S. Navy. Now we are the global power in the Navy. I like that. Promoted conservation efforts. All right. I think this is going to be our first argument because I had somebody over there who was a big Teddy fan, but I'm not impressed. I got to say, I don't think he gets more than a B. Anybody want to fight? Michael Tucker says Grant was so drunk he coasted for 100 days. He was a drunk. Did you know where the term lobbyist comes from Ulysses S. Grant? You know why? Because they would meet in lobbies of hotels and have their meetings about what they were going to do with the government. He would call these large meetings in lobbies of hotels, and so they became lobbyists. Interesting. There you go. Alan says, Abe saved the U.S. I don't agree with you. You can fight. Alan, listen, first 100 days. This is not about the whole presidency. If this was the entire presidency, Abe would be S tier. Okay, he would be. But we're talking the first 100 days. He didn't do much in the first 100 days. All right. The point of this is being that we've just had the first month. We've just had the first month of Trump. And so we're ranking the first month of Trump against the all-timers. All right. And this is the greatest list you'll ever see. Completely unbiased, completely factual, non-negotiable, will be set in stone when it's done. I promise you. But you guys, listen, if you have something you want to argue, you got to weigh in. Thomas says, how about a B+ for the teddy bear? Listen, Tom, if I could float him right here, I would. I would, but it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me. Brett Montgomery says, I'm starting to think that George W. worked at Initech. Corporate accounts payable. Nina speaking. Just a moment. Teddy had some good stuff, but those first 100 days, I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Woodrow Wilson. Some consider him to be one of the great presidents, especially if you're very left wing. Okay. We're talking about these 100 days, Alan. Okay. 2 terms. You get to do the first month all over again. Okay. Woodrow Wilson introduced the income tax, 16th Amendment. Ugh, boo. Created the Federal Reserve System. Okay, this is not good. Antitrust laws curb monopolies. I think these two right here, I think that's pretty. I don't think you beat that. We're going to put you in the D. We got Woodrow Wilson, our first D, our first terrible first 100-day president. He's horrible, one of the worst presidents we've ever had, created our socialist, tried to create us with the central bank economy, globalism, everything that's wrong now is just terrible. All these are their first 100 days, okay, guys? And Trump is only the first month because it was very hard to find what they did in just their first month. So I had to stick to the 100 days. So this is their 100 days, and Trump will just put his first month, okay? Income tax illegal. I completely agree. So we good on this so far, guys? We good on Wilson on a D list? I think if I could give him an F-, I would, but I can't. So if you're enjoying the list, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. All right, another fan favorite now, Franklin D. Roosevelt. He's the reason we started this whole 100 days thing. He called it out. Did the most in 100 days of any president, at least according to many historians. People love Frankie D. They talk about him all over the place. If you're left wing, if you're Democrat, you love Franklin D. Roosevelt. He is your master. He is your king. He is the one you hold all others up. Screw Abe, screw George Washington, screw Teddy, screw all these people. We hate them all. We love Frankie D. Why? Because Frankie D got us closer to being a socialist government than anybody else. Wilson really opened the door. Frankie D started going. And we got to give it to him. He got a lot done those first 100 days. Passed 15 major laws, including the Emergency Banking Act, stabilizing the banks, also tying them much closer to federal government. Glass-Steagall, which I mostly like with the FDIC. Civilian Conservation Corps, government jobs. Let's just pay our tax dollars to put people to work. He started growing the government big time. Tennessee Valley Authority with electrification infrastructure. I'm okay with infrastructure. Agricultural Adjustment Act, support for farmers. I mean, it's okay. I think these are the kind of things where government got involved. It seemed great at first and led to bigger problems later, but we can debate that. National Industrial Recovery Act, economic controls. I do not like this. I do not like when our government is controlling our system, our economy. So this is our first, this is the controversial one, but I want to put them here. I do, because I hate the New Deal and I hate so much of what this man stood for. I do. But a couple of those things are semi-decent, like Glass-Steagall. When that got removed by Clinton, that's when our bank system went crazy. So that was actually a decent regulation. I'm going to give him a C. Anybody argue with Frankie D at the C? Dubois says, Obama the D range. Look who he married. Oh, wait, you meant D for a great. Michael, you glad we don't rank the near misses like Audley Stevenson, Humphrey, and Dukakis? Yeah, Dukakis is not going to get any play here. Sorry. But that's hilarious. All right. Anybody want to argue with Roosevelt there? I don't think so, right? Not in this crowd. He was a total socialist. Total socialist. Alan says a lot of them changes for Roosevelt was in the planning with Hoover. I agree. That's where we're not going to rank Hoover because he overall not so great. All right, Truman next. We're getting in the modern age, so now we might know some more of these. Some of you guys might know more. First 100 days, dropped 2 atomic bombs. Did they need to be dropped? That's the debate. Was Japan going to? Were they going to surrender anyways? Is the big debate was this mostly to scare off Russia and the Soviet Union and not so much Japan? I don't know. I'm not picking a side here. I can say that there's probably been a lot of good that we were the first to drop it, at least for us. But we also killed hundreds of thousands of innocent people. I don't know if we can, I don't know. I used to be really big on dropping the bomb was necessary and needed. I've changed my thoughts a lot on that. I don't know if it's ever necessary to kill hundreds of thousands of innocents, but you can debate that. He oversaw Germany's surrender, didn't do much to cause it though, began planning the Marshall Plan, which the Marshall Plan was highly successful, depending on how you look at it. Also led to extremely socialist modern age. So I think I'm just going to put put Truman in the C category. Not a big fan of Truman, not gonna lie, but the Marshall Plan was successful enough where in getting it started, I'm gonna give him a C. I have a feeling some people don't like that one, but you guys let me know. I'm gonna keep moving unless you guys stop me. Big Ike, Dwight D. Eisenhower, kind of a badass, not gonna lie. Ended the Korean War, strengthened NATO and Cold War military readiness, began the internet highway system. Now I gotta say, I like this one. I'm just gonna say I really like this one, and ended a war. So based on those two alone, Ike, we love you. I'm gonna move you up to the. I think that's an A. I do. Ended a war and got the interstate system going on the first 100 days. It's pretty awesome, you know. Johnny says Japan wasn't going to stop in his opinion. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, let me put a little poll in here. And let's, based on the answer to this question, all right, you guys, based on the answer to this question, will determine if Truman is a C or a B. All right, the question is, would Japan have surrendered without the bomb? You guys vote. If the answer is yes, he's staying C. If it's no, he's going to jump to a B. All right, that's where we're going to go with that. Uncle Andy says Japan would have attempted to surrender to U.S. once Soviets started closing in, and that's what a lot of people argue. I like Ike, says Michael Tucker. Jim, Ike has hands tied with Dem Congress, as so many have. Alan says, estimate for World War II with Japan, if U.S. invaded Japan, would cost 1 million American lives. I know it depends where you get that estimate from, though. There's a lot of good history coming out that wasn't taught in schools and makes a pretty compelling argument. It's not. So it looks like, as of right now, the no's are running away with it. So I'm going to move them up to B for now. But if the yes comes in and a late win there, I will move them back down. So you guys keep voting on that, and we're going to keep moving. JFK. Now, JFK only got 2.5 years as president. Hopefully he did a lot in the beginning. Let's see. Launched the Peace Corps. Some people really love it. I think it's kind of a whatever. Ordered the failed Bay of Pigs invasion. Kind of an L, I got to say. Increased Vietnam War involvement, not my favorite. And initiated the moon landing goal. You know, I love JFK, but I got to say, this is an L. I would say both these are L's. Both these. 2 losses, a meh. And do you think we went to the moon, or was it directed by Stanley Kubrick in a Hollywood studio? I will let you decide, but based on what I'm saying, I think, oh man, I love JFK. I think he was a great president. I think he was going to do great things. But those first 100 days, pretty rough. I'm going to put him in the C category. All right, the Japan has surrendered. It loses. Okay, so it's definitely a no. So congratulations, Harry. You get to stay in the B crowd. We're going to end that poll. I'm going to start a new poll. This is going to determine JFK's. You guys ready for this one? You guys are going to like this one. Did we really go to the moon? If the answer is yes, I'll move JFK up to B. If the answer is no, he's going to stay in the C. All right. This is how we got to do this. All righty. First 100 days. Let me catch on some questions here. Tokram says, gotten late, caught at 2 times speed. Now it seems like I'm talking on muscle relaxers. You chilling? Brad might need to move Roosevelt down one. He was responsible for internment cancer. But not in the first 100 days. Remember, this is the first 100 days ranking. This isn't their full presidency. Okay. This is the first, because the theme is this is Trump's first month of his second term. So we're ranking his first month against the first 100 days of all these other great presidents. Cindy Lucid around joined the Peace Corps. I mean, that's awesome for a lot of people. What if there was no bomb, says Vince. I don't know. I kind of wonder. I have a problem that all those innocent people died. I kind of have a problem believing they had to, honestly. USAID, I know, again, not first 100 days. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. JFK womanizer, humpy humper. Well, I know. I couldn't get it officially if he had humped Marilyn Monroe in the first 100 days or not. I have a feeling if he did, you go to A status, but I don't know. I'm just kidding. I probably offended some people there. I'm being funny, okay? Without JFK, we never have. I agree. This is the first 100 days, okay? Don't get in a tizzy, all righty? And thank you, Mark. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, okay? All right. So far, the moon is closer than I thought. We only have 53% yes, 47% no. Right now, the yes is winning, so JFK is moving to the B tier. But if that flips, if enough votes come in no on the moon landing, he's going to go back down. All right. So, all right, let's keep moving. Lyndon B. Johnson, LBJ. Awful, awful, awful. Lyndon B. took office after JFK's assassination. Let's just say it. He probably had Kennedy killed. Push for Civil Rights Act. Bleh. I mean, not bleh as in wasn't amazing that it was passed, that it was a lot of good to do, but the reasons he did it were bad. But we'll give him the Civil Rights Act as amazing legislature. Okay, that was amazing. Declare war on poverty. Yeah, this is the war on poverty that has kept people poor for generations. So because he didn't really do this was, I think, started with JFK, really, and because he killed Kennedy, I think LBJ is going to be our second D. So if anybody has anything against that, let me know. But I don't. I mean, come on. I haven't watched The Apprentice yet, Danny. Gerald Kramer, think about it. Elon's trying to go. I know. Listen, I don't believe the Earth is flat. I believe in space. I believe all that. I don't know if we went to the moon. I'm just saying. There's some really weird stuff there. Really weird stuff. So, was the Roswell UFO crash in Ike's first 100 days? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a really good question. Who filmed Neil Armstrong coming off the Apollo? Well, duh. It was Stanley Kubrick. Come on. I thought that was like, basic knowledge. Whoa, the moon landing is at 51% to 49%. This is the closest poll I think I've ever seen. This could go either way here. This is interesting. All right, let's keep it going. Oh, Richard Nixon, Tricky Dick. Tricky Dick. Where is this going to go? He began reducing the U.S. troops in Vietnam. I'll give that a win. Established the EPA. Oh, big loss. Although I will say, when the EPA was established, our lakes and rivers were disgusting. They really were. And originally the EPA did some really good stuff. It actually made us mindful of our environment, which not a bad thing. Just where it's gone has been bad. So, but for now, because of what it became and because it could have been done better, I think we got to give them a loss. And then improve relations with China and USSR. He also completely opened up China in ways and turned us into globalism, which I'm not a fan of. But is it ever bad to improve relationships with countries? I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on Tricky Dick. So, Dick, I'm going to give you a B. Does anybody disagree with that? Holy smokes. The moon landing is tied. One more vote could sway it either way. JFK is hanging by a thread here, folks. Because if that tilts no, his whole legacy is changing. It could be a very bad day for JFK. Just saying. Where is this poll going to go? Where's it going to end? All right, Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter from the South. I came up. I was a terrible president, but I stayed alive long enough to vote for that Kamala Harris woman. Hero says Nixon should be a C. I'm not a crook. Automags, they're on the moon people. First landing might not, but we went there. Maybe. Brett says, I'm talking about man on the moon. Where's Andy Kaufman on this list? That's a hilarious thing. You know, the problem with the moon landings, guys, I have a big problem with this. And a lot of people are saying maybe not the first time, but we definitely went fine. I don't care if you believe that. I want to believe it. I'm kind of like 51% I believe it. But I got to say, the biggest reason they say we can't go back is because they lost the technology. How does that make sense? I really struggle with that. I really do. There's some real big issues with landing on the moon that I struggle with. So I'm just saying, but I'm not going to fight for it either way. All right. Danny says LBJ an F for what he did to U.S. liberty alone. I agree with that. That was, it was not his first 100 days. I don't think so, though. Brett says the only thing Jimmy Carter gave us is a presidency of Billy Beer from his brother. So Jimmy Carter, first 100 days, pardoned Vietnam War draft dodgers. Ugh. I mean, you know what? I used to be very much a stickler on this. Like, this is disgusting, but the Vietnam War was awful. And I'm much more anti-government than I used to be. So I'm kind of, I kind of like it that he did this, honestly. I kind of do. I don't like avoiding serving your country, but Vietnam was such a joke. Yeah, I'm going to side with the people on that one. Focused on human rights and energy policy, whatever that means, they all turned into a sham. So we're going to call those failures. Faced inflation, economic struggles. That's how lame his first 100 days was. It doesn't even have a big thing for him. So Jimmy, I'm not going to give you a D because it wasn't too negative, but you didn't do much. So you're going to get a C, which is probably the high point of your presidency. Just going to be honest with you. So Jimmy, you'll get a C. I'm sorry. Vince says, you don't believe we went to the moon with Doom Buggy and played golf. Mike, you're not afraid to say, I don't think we did. I hear you, Mike. There's a lot of good evidence both ways, I think. Automags, there's a silver mirror on the moon. You could buy a telescope and reflect laser. What? No. Toe Cramp says, was it a psyop to beat the USSR? I think that's very possible, yeah. Wasn't the cameraman the first one on the moon if we actually went there? Maybe, Danny. That's possible. But who was it? That's the question. What Jimmy Carter did after his presidency is a whole other bar. I agree. I think after his presidency, he was a good man. I really do. I really think he was a good man. So, all right, let's keep going. Oh, Ronald the Duke. Ronald Reagan, the man, the legend, the Republicans' God. Ronald Reagan. First 100 days. Cut taxes. Got the Economic Recovery Tax Act in. Big win. Always cut taxes. Started deregulation. Loved it. Survived an assassination attempt. I mean, this is a tough one, guys. What do you think? Reagan, A, first 100 days, or S? I think we got to be really strict on the S. He did deregulate. He cut taxes. Was it big enough to go S tier? I'm thinking A. I don't think we can go S. I don't think we can go S. S is like the all times. Dog barking and shooter load. Todd Earhart, member for 11 months. Awesome, Todd. Thank you for the support all that time. All right. Did we go to the moon? With 69 votes, it is official. People say yes. So JFK, you get to stay there. You get to stay there. Ask not what you can do for your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And we went to the moon, damn it. Yep. All right. You get to stay there. You get to stay. Reagan, I see lots of A's. I see one S. So it looks like we're going to leave him in the A spot. Not bad, Ronnie. Not bad. Look at the company you're with. We got Grant. We got Madison. Is that Madison? That's Adams. Got Polk. We got Ike. I mean, that's a good group. Oh, no, sorry. That's Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson, Ike. That's a good group. That's a good group. I like it. He took down a mental institution. Was that in the first 100? Surviving assassination attempt is awesome. I agree with you. But he didn't do that by choice. So we're, I don't think we can fully give it the full, it's not enough to move to S. All right, here we go. Slick Willie. I did not have relationships with that woman. But what did I do in my first 100 days? That's what I want you to remember me by. My first 100 days. Don't even talk about that woman. I'll tell you, she molested me. She did under that table. I didn't have a choice. She seduced me. I couldn't stand her wiles. So let's look at what I did those first 100 days. What do you think? Signed the Family and Medical Leave Act. I mean, that's pretty, can't love it, can't hate it. It's a meh. Push for healthcare reform. Blah. Now they wanted full on single payer healthcare system with Hillary. That was her big push. I got to say, big L. Sent military to Somalia for humanitarian intervention. No, that's not good. Not good. I think Slick Willie. Oh, Slick. I think you're flat in the D. You just had nothing to offer us those first 100 days. Now, Clinton, I got to say, as far as our presidents go in recent history, he wasn't bad by the end of it, but it wasn't because of his own choosing. It was because Willie, he wanted the people to like him. And when the Republicans won so overwhelmingly in 94, Slick Willie, he said, oh man, I don't really like Newt, but I got to tell you, the people seem to be behind him, and I just want people to like me. I just want them to like me. I just want to play my saxophone. I just want everybody to like me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to rule like a Republican. He cut a lot of jobs. He cut the government down. He balanced our budget. He did all kinds of good stuff, but that was not the first 100 days. First 100 days, he was a full-on libtard, and it wasn't great. We should have Elon investigate if we went to the moon, Wicked. I agree with you. Reagan's response to my ranking. Well, that's great, Michael. Can I do Madison? I don't know. I haven't heard him in a while. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Hero, Clinton, when did he not have sexual relations? Not the first 100 days. Well, yeah, you're right. Because me and Hillary, I don't think, well, Hillary, when was the last time you and I had sexual relations? When? 1979. Yeah, I kind of remember it. Wasn't very memorable, though, was it? No, that's before you became a butch lesbian, huh? Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure. I should ring him out, though, didn't I? Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't think he had anything in that first 100 days. Alan with the 5 memberships. Alan, thank you, man. You're just killing it. Scuba Steve is in. That's a big one. Steak and Gravy. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Alan just killing it. He's killing it, man. He's completely changing my channel single-handedly. I greatly appreciate it, Alan. The members' lives are going to be hopping now, thanks to you. All right, it's time for W. I can't do W's voice, so I'm not going to try. It's so his first 100 days. Here's his big things: focused on education reform, and there's literally nothing else. The next thing that I could find was really blasé until 9/11. Pretty lame. So W, No Child Left Behind ended up sucking. It sounded like a good idea at the time, but it just made the public school system more powerful and completely it's worse than ever. And a big part of it is No Child Left Behind. So W, you're getting a D, buddy. You're getting a D. Sorry, not sorry. It's pretty rough. Brett says the blue dress, Linda Tripp, Lewinsky star report in the first 100 days doomed to fail. Oh, I agree. I mean, he single-handedly changed a lot of terrible things, So I'm giving W a D. If anybody fights me on that, I mean, come on, really? All right. Now it's Barack Obama. I got to tell you, I really tried my first 100 days. Michelle, Mike, he never comes when I call him Michelle. You know that? You know that? I just try. I try. Mike, what'd I do my first 100 days? Oh, that's right. The economy fell, and it was tough out there, but we did it. I passed a big reform, and I made it so the banks could screw you all forever. There it is. First 100 days, signed $787 billion stimulus package to combat the 2008 recession, which all went to special interests. Expanded healthcare funding, gearing up for Obamacare, which has destroyed our health system. Ordered a troop surge in Afghanistan because war is what these people love. Barack Obama, if I could give you an F-, I would. It's about as bad as it gets. But unfortunately, this doesn't go lower than D. It's a gift off. Who was that? Todd Earhart with 5 more memberships. Oh man, this is awesome. Alex Cruz, Buck Dot, Fabian Garcia. Love it. Thank you. Todd, that's amazing, man. I greatly appreciate it. Michael Tucker asked, was Dick Cheney really in charge of Bush? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. It was the W's presidency was the conservative, the what are they called? The neocons wet dream presidency. That's what it was. Brett says, yeah, No Child Behind's been horrible, Johnny. I agree. Brett says, Obama, did we ever receive his birth certificate? Go ahead and throw him in the D row. I think he looks like Curious George. Al, if I gave you the lottery numbers, we'd have to share. Yeah, that's true. Like that movie, It Could Happen to You. That's a good old Nicolas Cage movie. Alex, I think you just got your membership from Todd. Yeah, so thank Todd out there. Everybody else got from Alan. Almost. Nailed out Krupp Banks of the Big Show. That's right. Yeah, great stuff. Thank you, Philippe. I appreciate that. Chris, go back to the very beginning and watch the first 5 minutes I talk about GTI. Rumdog, Obama gave me $8,000 to buy my first house. So I take it. Listen, nothing against taking money from the government. If they offered it to you, you're kind of dumb not to take it. I'm not going to lie. I don't blame you. I blame their terrible policies. It's their fault, not yours. All righty. Trump. Here's Trump's first 100 days. Issued 32 executive orders, including withdrew from TPP. Beautiful. A+. Reinstated Mexico City policy, anti-abortion funding overseas. Love it. Began deregulation on business. Yeah, he did the 2-for-1. Crackdown on illegal immigration, travel ban. I love it all. But I got to say, his first 100 days, it's an A. You can't, he's not an S. Not an S for that. That was the first 100 days. Okay. So, but he's going to come back. He's going to come back and we'll see where he ends up. All right. Now we got Joe Biden. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. All right. Joe Biden. Oh, Hero I know Alan, I was joking. Okay. Cause you've done so many, but yes, Hero has definitely given some memberships to you. I'm not going to forget. Remember, that's Trump's first 100 days, guys. The first term 100 days is an A. It's not an S. There's no way it's an S, but it's an A. It's a strong A. Strong, solid A. Okay. We'll come back to the now term. Joe Biden passed 1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. We all got stimulus checks and inflation. Thank you, Joe. Money we didn't necessarily need at the time. Some people did, but most of us didn't. And inflation, nobody needed. Issued 42 executive orders, including rejoining Paris Climate Agreement, F, ending Keystone Pipeline, F, mandating mask wearing on federal property and all kinds of vaccine mandates, FFF, Joe effing Biden. There is not an F big enough for you, sir. There's not an F big enough for you. I don't know who this is. I doubled up somebody's picture. Whoops. Let me just take that off. I don't know who that is. Can I just delete that? Oh, well, sorry. I got a picture I didn't need. So you're just going to stay in the D tier. Does anybody know who that is? Wait, hold on. I could tell you. That's Monroe. Yeah, I don't have anything on Monroe. Okay. Now we got this pretty good. It's pretty good. We only have one S so far. George Washington. I mean, how can you not? He did so much. Can I show you how much Joe Biden destroyed in his first 100 days? I can't, honestly. I just can't. You like my new theme song, Chris G? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Johnny invested 100% stimulus in Pew Pew Bang Bang. I like it. I don't have enough time to go through Biden stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not. I like that toe. Q plus. That's fun. Now, I think it's pretty good. I mean, so Trump first term's down here. He's already an A his first term with Reagan, Ike, Grant, Jackson, and is that Jefferson? Looks like Jefferson. It's pretty good. Pretty stinking good. But we all know where this is going, right, folks? Trump's first term this time, the first month, has been the most S plus of S's we've ever seen. This is the most amazing first month. I mean, from DOGE to the executive orders he's been passing, to getting the hostages back, to getting the Gaza-Israel ceasefire. I mean, I know I'm going to forget 100 things because it's been nonstop. It's just been unbelievable what this man's accomplished his first month. There is no way it's anything less than an S. But the reason I wanted to do this, Garfield had 2 terms, but he didn't really do anything. He wasn't a great president. So I researched all this, and nothing interesting for his first 100 days. But one of the reasons I wanted to do this exercise is because we all knew it, right? We could all feel it because of what we've experienced. But I wanted to show you guys historically how absolutely incredible this first month is. It's that good, where I've just gone through all these presidents, guys, and Trump is up there with Washington in the first 100 days. Now he's got 4 more years to go. We'll see. Now, if we were ranking all these for their entire presidencies, I'd have Lincoln on the S tier. There'd be some rearranging for sure. This is just the beginning. Okay. This is just the beginning of their terms. But this is a good indicator of like where a lot of these presidents went, right? Some of them definitely would have gone up. Some of them would have gone down. Poor Jimmy would have gone down, but his first 100 days weren't as bad as the rest of his presidency. And that's crazy. Like, you know what? As much as I hate Clinton, his whole presidency, you could put it as a C. All right. Those first 100 days were terrible, but there'd be a little movement. But when we just took all that time to go through this, and you can see like, this is how incredible this first month has been historically. And I honestly, I think the argument is strong. I don't think you can beat Washington's first 100 days. I just don't. It's too important. He basically established our nation, all the good stuff in the government. I just think that's impossible to beat. So no matter how amazing Trump's next 4 years are, the first 100 days are, you can't beat what Washington did. It's just too important. He literally established our country. He set the agenda of what the president, like the limits of its power and the importance of the office. Just Washington is so awesome. He just is. But Trump legitimately is right there. And that's just the first 100 days. It's amazing. But just take 1 second, guys, and just think about it. Think about the history we are living through. Do you think it's any coincidence that God set all this up, that next year would be our 250th anniversary? The 2 best presidents we've ever had in their first 100 days are the first president and then the president on the 250th anniversary. You can't make this stuff up. It's unbelievable. And I just went through the facts to show you guys. It's not just feelings. We're actually living it, and what we're feeling is real. This is an awesome, amazing first days. Okay. Was Joe really running the show? No, but that makes it even worse. Wicked says your best friend's great granddad is on a $50 bill. Really? Who's on the $50 bill? I can't think of it off the top of my head. Brad, can I put fake glasses on one of those Colonel Sanders beards on Biden? Make you feel better. I love that. Biden loves ice cream with nuts. Ew. Ice cream is good. I'll agree with Biden on that part. Did Biden fall off an airplane stairs and bike in the first 100 days? Oh, I think he might have done the stairs. Yeah. I don't think of the bike, but I think the stairs. Thank you, Toe. He agrees. Washington, you got to give it to Washington. So, did you guys like the history? Tell me if you guys, I'll just do a poll. Was ranking the presidents worth it? All right. You guys let me know if I wasted my time tonight or if this was fun. Just go ahead and vote in the poll. All right. Okay. So I do want to go through a couple other things real quick. All right. Because there's definitely being this news. The news is still going, and it's crazy. So right now, yeah, please vote, guys. I want to see what it comes down to. I appreciate it. And by the way, if you're watching, you're enjoying this, and you enjoyed our little history lesson, like and subscribe, please. I appreciate it. And if you want to join, I won't stop you. Please support the show. $3 a month, you get members lives and Discord access. It's a lot of fun. Hero says Brits have God save the Queen. We have God save the Trump. I like it. Tokram says very creative and fun show content based on research. Thank you. Oh, Grant's on the 50. Really? Okay, now I can see it. It's been a while since I've seen a 50, but yeah, it's been a while since I've seen cash. Let me be honest. I'm one of those people. All right. Let's go through the some of the news to catch you up on what's going on right now, just to mark this historic month, okay? Because again, we are so stinking blessed by what's happening. Right now, this is the DOGE clock, the debt clock, all right? In the first 27 days, DOGE has saved us $103 billion. Guys, you understand what $103 or $103 billion a month comes out to, or 27 days comes out to? That comes out to 1.3 trillion a year. 1.3 trillion. Now I know that sounds crazy, but listen to me. When you start seeing some of the stuff we're looking into, the DOD, the Social Security, Medicare, and all the fraud we're finding, I'm starting to think this is getting closer and closer where they might actually be able to balance our budget just with DOGE. Here's the craziness coming on the Social Security. I don't know if you guys have been watching this, but this is wild. Kabisi Lair says, you can't make this up. Social Security may go insolvent by 2034, and Elon Musk just called it the biggest fraud in history. According to new DOGE data, 21 million people aged 100 plus in the SSA database are listed as alive in the U.S. What is happening? 21 million people, they say. 100 plus, 21 million people? Are you kidding me? That's insanity. And look at this. They have 4.7 million. Actually, let's start over here. They have listed 100,000 people over 160 years old. Are you kidding me? I mean, 160, but it gets better. They have listed 1.3 million between 150 and 159 years old. Keep getting them checks, baby. 3.5 million, 140 to 149. 3.9 million, 130 to 139, 3.5, 120 to 129, 3.6, 110. This is just the craziest thing, guys. 21 million. Now, let's do the math. You guys ready for a little math here? Because we all love math, don't we? 21 million times average Social Security payment, which I think is $1,950 a month. The total of savings comes out to, I'm going to round up, $41 billion a month. That's how much is going out there. Now, I think we can round off the edges because there's maybe 100,000 people over 100 in our nation. So now let's times that by a year. Let's times that by 12. DOGE, by cleaning up these ages here, all this fake money, a year, that comes out to $491 billion a year. That is $500 billion, folks. $500 billion. Social Security might actually be solvent. Is that something you ever thought you'd hear in your lifetime? Social Security could actually be solvent just by this getting cleaned up. And I'm sure it's more because they have 6.1 million people over 90 to 99. There's no way there's that many people over 90. That's nuts, guys. That is insane. On the poll, looks like people stopped voting. I'll give you one more minute to vote, guys. But as of right now, 82% of people, which is a massive majority, like a Trump landslide win, say they enjoyed the exercise of ranking the president. So I'm glad I did it. And that's awesome. Thank you, guys. For the other 18%, I'm sorry. It wasn't your night. Sorry. But I can't please all the people all the time. But I'll take 80%. MRTKO says if that savings is per month, then equates to $8,200 per taxpayer per year. Todd Art says follow the money. Craig Donor says certainly a probe into the UL eviction will show some major corruption. Oh, I'm sure it will. Alan says kind of nice to see only green in memberships. I agree with you. And by the way, if you're a member and you like being a member, if you like the members' lives that you now can go watch, if you like being in the Discord where the most amazing people are to chat with all day, every long about stocks, news, all the fun stuff, you learn amazing things, you get to meet amazing people. If you like all that, guys, then make sure you sign up on your own, because at the end of the month, it will disappear and vanish. It'll be gone, and you won't have your membership anymore. And I know that's not what any of you want. So just take 5 minutes and $3. That's all I ask for. It's not much. And keep the gift going that Alan got you if you like it. So just don't want you to be caught blindsided if it disappears on you. All right, 83%. So thank you, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I might do that, something more like that again. Craig Donor says, I don't believe that. There's a lot of powerful voices behind us, but the SEC doing their job will bring justice. Are you talking about MMTLP? Brad, who in the heck voted no? Hope these people aren't the ones going around rating Taco Bell for bad tacos. I love it. Maybe, we might have some people who are hate watching. Maybe that's what it is. Wait till they audit Fort Knox. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Shogun, you are very important. I don't know about the most, but you are. Sorry, Otto. Well, you learned something maybe. If you learned some, you could say yes. Please hit like and subscribe. Thank you, Brett. I'm going to keep going here because there's more. This is funny. Here's Elon on that. According to Social Security database, these are the numbers of people in each age bucket with the death field set to false. Maybe Twilight's real and there's a lot of vampires collecting Social Security. You guys want to see the craziest thing? And by the way, this list goes on. I think it goes up to, I think there's one person over 350 years old. No joke. But look at this. Even at 180 to 109 years old, they have 695 people. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. What if it's solvent? How crazy would that be? Here's Stephen Miller talking about it. Yeah, let's just play a minute of this clip. I was thinking about not playing it because we're going a little late, but I think it's important. So let's let Stephen Miller talk on that.
What are the plans to do so if those records are obtained?
Well, as we know, there's a massive amount of fraud in this country. You have, for example, foreign fraud rings. These are foreign nationals who come into the United States. They use fake Social Security numbers. They use fake identities to steal billions in taxpayer benefits. There's no way to know until DOGE gains full access exactly how much money we're talking about. But over a 10-year normal budget window, you could be talking about saving over $1 trillion by clamping down on massive fraud in our tax and entitlement systems, including, again, those carried out by organized fraud and theft rings. A very important point in all this is to understand that DOGE are subordinate staffers of the federal government. They are political appointees, just like me, just like everyone else in the world.
All right, so there's Stephen Miller talking about up to $1 trillion possibility. I mean, it could be so much more, but I wanted to interject real quick too, because somebody asked, Rum Dog says, DOGE needs a government website. Brother, I got you covered. It's right here. All right, it's dogegov.com. All right, this is their official website. Oh, sorry, that's not the official. I pulled the wrong one. Sorry. Doge.gov. All right, here it is. I pulled the wrong one. That was a funny one. Here it is. Doge.gov. Okay. So they do have an official website. The other one was just somebody being funny. But so DOGE is official. It's an official government, and it's there. So there you go. You're right, Alan. So all the people who gave memberships. So Alan, Hero, Todd, just amazing people. So many people have given. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but all of you guys have given memberships. Thank you. And yeah, make sure if you got gifted one and you don't want to lose it, you sign up. Okay. Yes, DOGE is going after SEC. In fact, well, here's a fun one. The federal judge who blocked Trump's freezing of U.S. aid funds was paid his own NGO over $100 million. So there you go. That's why this stuff stops. That's why they care. And again, it's like clockwork now. Every single time these people just come out and turn out to be more and more corrupt. U.S. auditor from the GAO admits that for 26 years in a row, there's been material weaknesses in internal control over financial reporting. That means since Clinton, the U.S. has been cooking its books every year. Since Clinton, weaknesses in internal control over financial reporting. So thanks, Bill. Well, I just can't count, guys. You get all mad at me. I balanced the budget and I just can't count. I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault. I can't count. I told Al, I said, Al, can you get this under control? He said, Bill, I got to worry about that damn climate. I said, we need to count. Anyways, then that bushy boy came in and I just tell you, he just ran off with it. He did. And that's the rest is history. Alan, 5 more memberships, bro. You're so awesome. Thank you so much. Danny, Eli Arnold, DP4, Chris Griffith. Man, I'm so humbled by you guys. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you so much. Yeah, they are at the SEC. They already started the SEC. Here's Fox. Now, I hope this happens. This would be fun. Let's listen to this.
This is from a viewer who reached out to me. She's in Cape Coral, Florida. And she says, Harris, could the government give all the taxpayers a refund from the money they're finding that went to places it never should have gone?
Yes, that is the next step. And that is the next natural step. When you are finding all of this money, when you are taking it back, when you are cutting off future streams of funding, give that back to the American people. Then you will see the economy absolutely explode. And people will once again be able to take out new loans and start new businesses and all the wonderful things that follow when they have more of their own money.
This is from a viewer who reached out to me. She's in Cape Coral.
Listen, I'm not a person who's like, hey, give me that government money. I don't want to go more in debt, anything like that. But if we are able to say, get the government down to a balanced budget, and they've been screwing us by stealing our tax dollars for all this time, would I be in favor of a one-time refund of some sort to American people just as a gesture? It doesn't have to be insane. It doesn't have to be crazy amounts, but just something that says, guys, we're sorry. We screwed up. And now we found it. We're giving back some money. Just a little, because it wouldn't be a stimulus. It wouldn't be adding to the debt. This money's already allocated. This money's already in the budget. And so they would just be like, one time, this is our, sorry, we're giving you guys some tax money back, maybe a tax holiday on top of it, and just say, now we get back to business after this. Heck yeah, I'd take that. And that would be a massive stimulus to the economy as well. And maybe, I'm just saying, maybe it's in there. Fox News talking about it. Who knows? Maybe somebody's leaking plans to them. You never know. Automag says having computer programmer geniuses work in DOGE is a genius move from Elon. They're the best in tracing, tracking, debugging, finding root cause. I completely agree, Automags. You're 100% right. It is genius, and it's one of the reasons it pisses them off so bad. Plus, a lot of these people are too young to be super political. They just like solving problems. I know. I thought about being a computer scientist my first year in college because I was hanging out with a bunch of them. They were like my buddies when I went away to college. That's just a group I ended up with, which is funny because I was this jock going to the gym all the time playing basketball. And then I come home and just all the guys were gaming and drinking Mountain Dew, and I just hang out with them after. But they were great guys. And all they cared about was like the cool stuff they could do on their computers. These guys are like, they're the perfect people to do something like this. Brett says, from the folks at Franzia Nation, that should be always said in a German accent. Franzia Nation. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Please hit the like, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, Johnny Strayer says, Alan's like a non-member sniper. Show up in chat, not green, and blam. And he says thank you. And thank you to Hero, who's also given a lot of memberships and has just given 5 more. Hero, you're my hero tonight, brother. I know a hero. No, I'm sorry. No Nickelback. I forgot the rule. I appreciate it. Craig, appreciate the forgiveness. Craig Donner, SEC and FINRA reform will likely piss a lot of big dogs off. They're already griping about DOGE going in SEC. Yep. Uncle Andy, a refund of this type should only go to people who actually paid income tax. I agree with that. Alan says we really need to do is pay down the debt. Well, we can't pay down the debt with money that was just part of the debt anyways. That won't work. You understand? So we have 2 options. Either you don't spend it at all and it lowers the debt for the year, which I'm totally in favor of that too. I think that could totally work too. Or since that money is already allocated and written into the debt, you send it to the people. Those are the options, I think. And either way, I could go either way. I could see the benefits. I could see the cost benefits and analysis of both. I really could. Uncle Andy says half the people filing tax returns don't pay a dime in income tax. That is actually very true. Yep. You're absolutely right on that. But what they do pay, I will say this, because there's a lot of good people who don't pay income tax, just saying, because they're it's not their fault. They're poor. They're trying. A lot of good people. There are totally people milking off the welfare system. I know that too. Trust me. My parents worked with the homeless. I know. I've experienced it many, many times, met them. But there's a lot of good people trying to get out and they can't. They're stuck in that 40 to 50,000 a year range and they just can't get out. And they have 2 or 3 kids and they're not paying income tax, but they do pay Social Security and Medicare taxes, which is also kind of BS because those systems are so jacked up. Now you can make the argument for Medicare because their kids are going to be covered. So that's fine. But the Social Security, with all this fraud, I just don't know if it's fair to ask people to pay into that anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. Brett says it's a tinfoil hat theory. I think a lot of money went back to the mortgage companies on foreclosures when they stuck the homeowner with a 1099 for the deficit. Oh, I bet you're right. Yeah, I bet you're right. Ending illegal short selling. Well, illegal short selling is illegal. And so the only way it can be ended is if they enforce it, which I believe this Justice Department and FBI will do, especially once we get cash in. Technically, I think it is the FBI's job. So let's get cash in and see what happens. Plus, Paul Atkins should be in March or April. Make all short selling illegal. I'm okay with that. I really am. I really, really would be. Johnny says, move forward. Any kind of payment coming back swings the door for fraud. It can, but maybe not with this team. Things might change now, guys. It really might. And we got to be ready for that. We got to be ready that if they create like a, if they create all systems, upgrade all the systems and blockchain it all, we'll be able to track everything from now on. And I have a feeling they're going to do something just like that. I really do. If not that itself. Shogun says, can't wait for a stock market for G-Bucks. I agree. And speaking of such, DOGE officially investigating SEC for fraud, abuse, and waste. There it is. It's officially happening. Very excited for this. And yes, as far as GBUX is concerned, very excited. I listened to Ham's call, William, and I got to tell you, Ham is amped. So real quick on GBUX. If you're in GBUX, you're probably already green by now and you're excited. But you also might be a little scared from Friday. I'll tell you that what Ham told me today and all of us on William's call is very exciting. So what they've done is Ham and his whale buddies, they have created, or they're going in tomorrow, and they're setting all their buy limits right at 8. Limit orders, 8. And they're going to create a buy wall. So because it's been the weekend and people are learning about this, we can all pretty much expect it to jump tomorrow in the beginning of the day before they're really shorting it down. That's usually when a big jump can happen, stocks like this. Once it goes over 8 Ham and his buddies they're putting all limit order in at that 8 wall. And so if the shorts shorted down, they're going to end up selling a crap ton of shares at 8. Now they did this with Finger 2 summers ago, if you guys remember. And that wall they built, I can't remember where it was at. It was like 7 or 650 or something like that. It held for like 2 weeks. And that was against Finger, which is on the NASDAQ and has millions of more shares traded and was having crazy volume. And they were able to hold that wall for quite a while against those shorts. And we're talking, those are big timers. This is small time. This is on OTC. Doesn't even trade in after hours. There's no options, way less manipulation. I think when they put that wall up, him and his guys, I have a feeling they're going to be able to trap these shorts and they're going to force a short squeeze. I think, I can't guarantee anything, but I think this is as good a chance as I've ever seen since I've been doing this for a small stock to just come out of nowhere and take off that we found. I really do. Tomorrow is going to tell us a lot. That is obviously not financial advice. It's just what I'm seeing, just what I'm thinking could happen. I'm prognosticating, but please don't make any decisions based on that. Do your own research. But I'm telling you that that wall thing that Tam said today makes me very, very excited. It really does. So I'm excited for GBUX tomorrow. Brett says, funny thing is I thought Palantir had proprietary software for SEC and hadn't heard. I know, maybe they've just been holding back the stuff. I don't know. Yes, MMTLP was addressed in JD Vance, Michael Crapo later and Devin Nunes. MMTLP and a House member just brought up this week or even today. So I think MMTLP is going to be addressed pretty soon. I really do. Danny asks, is it a good chance to buy? I would say anything under 8 or above or right around 8 is probably good. Again, not financial advice. But if they're building a wall at 8 and right now it closed at 740 on Friday, if it goes below that, it might be a good chance to buy. If it goes above 8, I would say it's probably not going to go back down for a while. So that's my opinion. Please it's still extremely risky. Please hear me on that. As good as I feel about it, as confident as I feel about it, there's still a risk. It's still an OTC stock. But with DOGE going into the SEC, I have a feeling there's not going to be any favors done there. Now, one last thing I wanted to share. This was on 60 Minutes the other night. And this is just absolutely insane. In Germany, this is how little free speech they have. This is what happened to somebody who posted something anti-immigration in Germany. And this is how they dealt with it. And I want you guys to watch this and just realize that this is what Kamala Harris administration wants to do. If they had gotten in, this is what could have happened in America. Raids in a couple days because a guy posted a racist cartoon. Hate speech laws in Germany. This is what they wanted to bring to America. This is what we avoided, guys. So again, we went through all those presidents, everything, history. What Trump's doing right now, honestly, one of the things he might have done best, one of the reasons he's one of the best presidents ever, is because of what he didn't have to do, but what he stopped just by getting in. He stopped this. He stopped the end of our freedoms. This is insanity, people. Imagine you just post something online having fun and this shows up at your door. I'd be in prison. I've posted a lot of offensive stuff. This could have been it. And this is Germany. JD Vance just called him out. But this, I'm telling you right now, guys, this is going to go away. Their time is limited because America is never going back to this. Ever. We won. And we won in the new age where now, because of technology and information sharing, we don't go back. It's not the old days where they could they can make this happen in shadows. No, that we don't go back. We don't go backwards. We go forwards. And with JD Vance and everybody else, and now that we get to be the beacon of the world again, we're going to inspire the people. And the people in Europe are not going to put up with this any longer. So they're enjoying this while it lasts. But I'm telling you, I don't think Europe, I think in 5-10 years, this will be gone in Europe too. I really do. But this could have been us. It could have been us. Yeah, we all might have been in jail. I agree. Yes, on Fidelity, I was able to sell and buy GBUX on the same day. I don't know if everybody can do that, but I was able to. So we came very close to losing our country. I agree with you. I agree with you, Todd. Absolutely. On that news, guys, hey, I love you guys. We went late tonight, but that's because we had some fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the gimmick. I enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. Hope you learned something. Hope you, got some perspective on where we're at and just how amazing it is to be alive at this time, how blessed we are. We truly are. So, love you guys. Please like and subscribe before you leave. Consider joining. If you are a new member, go to my channel, go to the community, hit tab community, and hit that link for the Discord and come jump in the Discord with us. We'd love to have you. It's one of the best parts about being a member. There will be a members live on Wednesday night as well. And to everybody who gave memberships tonight and last night and the show before and all this month, you guys are incredible. I love you guys so much. I'm so humbled by your support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you just make it possible for me to keep showing up every night. And I really appreciate that. I really do, because I love doing these shows, and your support makes it happen. So thank you guys. And yeah, let's pray and call it a night. All right. So Heavenly Father, thank you for today. God bless all these people. I pray a special blessing over the people who gave and are so generous, everybody. And just thank you, God, for them. And I pray that their generosity comes back to them, God, several fold, and just bless them, Lord, because you love a cheerful giver. And so I thank you for that. And I thank you for them. And Lord, just bless everybody in their relationships and their investments and their business, all they're going through, in their health, especially. And thank you for our country. Thank you for this amazing time. Thank you. We were born for such a time like this, and we get to see history. What an honor, what an absolute honor we get to live through this time period, to see who I believe is one of the greatest presidents who's ever lived, and especially by the end of his term, and who, which makes it, in my opinion, one of the greatest times to ever be alive. Thank you for that. It's an honor. It really is. And it's exciting. So we bless you, Lord, for that. And thank you. And just pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night. Let's go GBUX tomorrow. Let's do it. And I will see you all very soon. Take care. Good night.